Hello, everyone. My name is Hillary, and I am here with Healing from Within. I'm going to be sharing a heart centered practice with you today that will involve some breathing, a little bit of movement, and a meditation. So please take care of yourself, make this practice your own, participate in the way that feels best for you today. So get comfortable. You can close your eyes or soften your gaze. We'll begin by simply landing where we are. So, setting aside any thoughts related to how your day has been so far, what's waiting for you after this, inviting yourself to be fully present here in your body, in the space that you're in for this practice that we'll do together. Beginning with a scan of all layers of our being, starting with the physical, noticing any areas of tension, any areas of restriction. Noticing any areas that feel particularly open, spacious, and free. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. I'm going to go any attachment you may have to what's showing up physically, any judgment about where you are or where you'd like to be. And then shift your awareness to your energetic body, noticing how your energy is today. Is it high? Is it low? Maybe it's a little, maybe you're feeling a little overly stimulated or overly energized. And then noticing if you can feel energy moving anywhere. It could be a pulsing. It could feel different for everyone, but just noticing if there's anywhere that you feel energy moving in your body or around your body. And then checking in with your emotions, noticing any emotions that you've brought to this practice with you today. And again, trying not to attach yourself to them, trying not to get caught up in the story of where the emotions came from, or allow yourself to get pulled down into the depths of heavy emotions. It's imagining that you could just kind of take a step back and observe the emotions as they are, noticing the impact that they're having on the other layers of your being. So if they're having an effect on you physically or energetically. And then again, let's take a deep breath in and a long breath out and release any judgment, any attachment to those feelings. And then finally, we'll do the same thing with our thoughts, imagining yourself in an observer's position. So viewing your thoughts in a removed type of way. So taking a step back and watching the thoughts as they come, as they go. Not chasing them, getting carried away in the story, but simply observing. And then big breath in, big breath out. Continuing to breathe and bringing your awareness fully and completely to the rise and the fall of your breath. Not changing it, but just observing what the breath has to say about your current state of being. And then as it feels right, you can invite the breath to deepen, starting to lengthen the inhale and lengthen the exhale. Breathing into the belly, belly expands. Breathing out, belly contracts. Inhaling, belly fills. Exhale, belly contracts. And if this feels like plenty to work with today, stay right here. Or if you'd like, taking this belly breath and allowing it to grow and to blossom into a 3-part yogic breath. Breathing into the belly and allowing that inhale to rise to the ribs and all the way up to the chest. And then exhaling down, emptying with the exhale from the chest to the ribs, and then finishing at the bottom with the belly. Continuing to breathe in this way, inhaling belly, ribs, and chest. And then exhaling chest, ribs, and belly all deflate. Allowing this breath to the best of your ability to become comfortable. It might take some focus. It might not feel totally natural yet if you're new to this way of breathing. Doing your best to spend enough time with it here, practicing it, that it begins to settle into a rhythm of your own. Let's take one more breath like that. And then choosing to breathe in the way that feels most comfortable for you. Maybe that's continuing with this breath. Maybe that's going back to a belly breath. Maybe that's breathing in a different fashion, whatever feels best to you. So as you continue to breathe, feeling fully back into the entirety of your physical body, feeling your connection to the surface beneath you, grounding down into that surface and using that stability to help you to lift, to lengthen, growing nice and tall through the spine, crown of the head reaching up towards the sky. Taking a deep breath in, draw the shoulders up, and a deep breath out, relax the shoulders down the back. Let your hands rest in your lap, palms facing down. Let your arms hang comfortably at your sides. We'll take 3 deep cleansing breaths together to begin. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale with a sigh. Deep breath in. Exhale with a sigh. One more time. Big breath in. And big breath out. Ready? You can blink your eyes open. Good. More aware of your surroundings. And if you happen to be in a space where there are a lot of distractions and it would be helpful to close your eyes, then you can do that. Again, in a moment, I'm just going to show you what we'll be doing for this next practice. And then, like I said, if you'd like, you can close your eyes after you get a little more comfortable with it. So we'll be moving into a practice called heart breath. And heart breath is a breathing practice, but it's also kind of like a meditation in motion. It involves movement and matching or linking breath with movement, which is a wonderful way to really tune into your body and to find this kind of meditative rhythm within. So we'll start by taking our palms and turning them to face up. So they'll be resting on your thighs, your knees, somewhere in your lap. And then we'll turn our chin towards our chest, feeling some space through the back of the neck. We'll take a deep breath in, and as we do, we'll lift our gaze and we'll lift our right hand up. As we exhale, we'll bring our right hand to our left shoulder and we'll look to our right. We inhale and we come back to center. And then we exhale and we release. Inhale, we lift the opposite arm. So left arm lifts and gaze lifts. Exhale, left hand, right shoulder, and then we look to the left. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale to release. Inhale, right arm lifts. Gaze lifts. And then exhale, cross the body, look to the right. Inhale, back to center. And then exhale to release. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. And exhale. So we'll just continue to move through this side to side, and I will give you more prompts, more words, and then I'll start to just kind of scale it back so that you can settle into your own rhythm. And if the, like I said, if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes, or if you'd like, you can continue to watch me if it's easier to know what to do or to follow along with the lefts and the rights. So again, palms facing up, gaze down towards your lap, chin towards your chest. Deep breath in, right arm lifts, gaze lift. Exhale, cross the body and look away. Inhale, come back to center, and exhale, release. Inhale, left arm lifts, gaze lifts. Exhale, cross the body and look away. Inhale, come back to center, and exhale, release. Inhale, right arm. Exhale, cross the body, look away. Inhale, center, and then exhale to lower. Inhale, left arm. Exhale, cross and look to the left. Inhale, center, and then exhale to lower. Right arm, inhale. Exhale. 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 Inhale. And exhale. Good. We'll continue to move side to side. I invite you to move with your breath. So rather than moving as I say, inhale and exhale, move when you feel called to breathe in and to breathe out. Let this be really self-directed. But like I said, if you still need any kind of support with switching sides, you can always look and see what I'm doing. We'll continue this for 5 more rounds, which means 5 times on each side. So chin to chest, palms facing up. We'll begin with the right side. And then after you've completed 5 rounds, You can release, turning the hands in whatever position feels comfortable, maybe taking a little roll of the shoulders, maybe dropping the head gently from side to side, or doing a little circling. Bring the palms together and we'll rub them to create a little bit of heat and a little bit of energy. When you feel the hands are nice and warm, go ahead and pause. Bring the hands a little bit apart and just notice the sensation between. Feel your own energy moving between your hands. And then once in a while, just create a little bit of heat, a little bit of energy. And when you're ready, we'll take one hand over the heart and the other hand on top. You can close your eyes or soften your gaze. Or simply pick a spot to focus your gaze on. We'll bring all of our attention to our heart center. Feeling the warmth of your hands. Noticing any sensations, any emotions, anything that you find here at the center of your chest, this energetic location of love and kindness, friendship, and joy. Breathe in and out again in a way that feels comfortable to you. And then we'll move into a loving kindness meditation. So keeping the breath flowing in the way that feels best. And keeping your internal gaze gently fixed on the heart. We'll begin by bringing to mind an image of ourselves. This could be you at this very moment in time. It could be you as a child. It could be you at a time in your life when you really could use some loving kindness. And then imagine that you could gather up this being, this version of yourself. And draw this being into your heart, holding them gently here. We'll send wishes of loving kindness to ourselves as we silently repeat these phrases. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe and at ease. And bringing to mind an image, someone that it's easy to feel loving kindness towards. Maybe that's a family member, a friend, a child, a pet. And imagine drawing this being into your heart, holding them here tenderly. We'll send wishes of loving kindness to them as we silently repeat these phrases back to ourselves. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe and at ease. And then picturing someone that it's a bit more challenging to feel loving kindness towards. This is someone that you have had a falling out with, someone who has hurt you in some kind of way. And as difficult or as counterintuitive as it may feel, imagine that you could draw this being into your heart. We'll send wishes of loving kindness as we silently repeat these phrases back to ourselves. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe and at ease. And then visualizing your community. This could be your family, your neighborhood, your workplace, any other group of people to which you belong. Imagine that you could draw this grouping, with yourself included, into your heart, holding them all gently there. We'll send wishes of loving kindness as we silently repeat. May we be happy. May we be healthy. May we be safe and at ease. And then imagine that you could visualize all beings everywhere. Those that you know, those that you'll never meet. All beings, two-legged, four-legged, winged and finned. And again, with a sense of yourself included, imagine drawing all beings everywhere into your heart, with your heart expanding to create space for all beings. We'll send wishes of loving kindness as we silently repeat. May we all be happy. May we all be healthy. May we all be safe and at ease. Allowing my words and instructions to gently float from your mind, but keeping your internal gaze fixed at the heart. Noticing if there's any changes, any shifts, whether that just be here at the heart or in your overall state of being. Maybe taking a quick scan and noticing physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically. Has there been any changes in how you feel now compared to how you felt when we began? And then, of course, releasing any judgments as to what you find. And focusing once again at the heart and imagining that you could gather up some of that loving kindness that you created, that you fostered for yourself and for others, and that you could put it into a sacred container, visualizing a container that works for you. Maybe it's a box, maybe it's a jar, maybe it's an envelope. And then imagine placing that container somewhere safe, knowing that any time that you need a little bit of loving kindness, that you can come back to this well of warmth, of joy, of love, of friendship, whether you need it for yourself or for another. So I'll take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. And when you're ready, you can release your hands down and you can blink open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope that you enjoyed it. And I hope that you bring some loving kindness out into the rest of your day. Maybe share it with someone who needs it too. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day.